Oh, hey, hi there. Yeah, so I'm doing an episode about this Monster Hunter WoW, especially about these Omega and Savage Omega. Currently, it's probably the most heated topic right now about people complaining how difficult it is to defeat Savage Omega. So there's a couple of things I wanted to highlight about the build, specifically created for Savage Omega. If you're an average player, Thunder Weapon and Fire Weapon is a must. I went with a Thunder Sword and Shield, as well as a Fire Dual Blade. Decoration slots wise, I'm not too concerned about affinity, because at this point, my affinity is almost 100%. Because more importantly, you needed the element attack. To add the cherry on top of the pie, I need a master touch on my sword and shield to make sure that I can keep whacking without polishing. As for the armor set, I need two sets of specific armor skills, which is the Redal's one as well as the Lagaicrus ones. The Lagaicrus armor is gonna give you additional affinity, at the same time a little bit boost to your thunder attack. And as for the Redal's armor, it's gonna give you an extended time for latent power, at the same time give you this skill called Guts. But I'm gonna go into Guts in just a little bit. And please do not equip your entire set with just offensive skills, you need survivability. And fire resistance is a must. And ideally an evade extended 2, if not 3. And two more additional skills just to make your life easier. One is Destroyer, which is gonna have Pathbreaker, and two is Growth, which is gonna give you additional attacks and defense once you pass a certain amount of time, which obviously you're gonna pass 20 minutes of the fight time, so you're gonna get the maximum benefits of Growth. For offense skills in terms of priority this time is Latent Power first, followed by Weakness Exploit, then Maximum Might. I do have Quick Shift, but it's more like a filler, but it does add on to my experience of like quick shifting my sword and shield, and it almost just feels like seamless when, deploy and undeploying the weapons. Agitator is unnecessary, but well, it does comes with like one of the piece of armor anyway, so might as well, right? And Evade Extender, yeah, that's the real deal here, man. You need that to dodge the attacks from that freak. Without it, you can kiss goodbye when you got hit by MRV missiles, or dodge into the gaps in between the flames of when they do that 4-directional flame thing. I cannot emphasize many about how many times the fire resistance saved my ass. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Lord's Soul. So Lord's Soul is basically guts, and in order to get it, you need 3 pieces of any of the Alpha monster. And I am not using the Redal's leg is because I feel that the Redal's legs is just not that good. So Ufduna is my choice for this, since it gave 3 quick shift and 1 agitator. Oh, and all these Lord's armor pieces, they are arc tempered by the way. And if you're gonna look at alternatives like what other Lord armor piece that can feel the legs, I don't think anything comes close to this Ufduna's legs. Alright, let's do a little bit of a quick demo on the damage output from this armor set. I'm gonna simulate with all the skills turned on, and you can see for yourself how much damage this set can actually churn out. But bear in mind that the training dummy here is taking about 100% of the damage, and Omega is probably taking like 40 or 60% of it. So that should be an amount that you should be seeing around there. And at the same time, if you're bringing on your NPCs that can give you the buff, what's that guy? Kai, was it? The one with the hunting horn. Yeah, well, so it's gonna pass on a little bit of damage there, but I recall it's about 60% of what I'm actually doing the dummy here. Alright, the next most important thing, the consumables that you're gonna bring. Please, do bring cleanser! Bring the fucking cleanser! And the pop motif as well. Well, the first attack is shit, the second and third is the one that's gonna churn out DPS for you. Let's do a simulation of the fight. This is the normal Omega, and not a savage one. The first thing you do when you land into the arena, use the pop motif. And use it whenever there's opportunity, just to grind it up to third, or just keep spamming the pop motif whenever you can. Tip number 2. Whenever you're the first one to rush into the arena, you get targeted by the Mustard Bomb. And in the second and third stage, there are areas where the Mustard Bomb wouldn't be able to reach. So just rush to those corners immediately when you are in the second and third stage. Number 3. If you got the aggro, especially in the second and third stage, or even fourth stage, try to go to the area or lure the Omega to the area where you can have the boulder fall on it, so they can get additional DPS. This is extremely crucial for second stage, because the only 2 boulders on the second stage each will do about 3000 damage. And mind you, second stage is usually the longest because you're needing to reduce his HP from 90% all the way to 50%. That's 40% of HP reduction on second stage alone. So that's why you need to get it up down to 50% as fast as you can in order to optimize the time. Tip number 4. When it flies up into the UFO mode and lands, it will either do 2 things. First, it will do the multi-laser thing, or 2, it will do that giant ass laser. So if it's doing that multi-laser, it's the perfect time for you to attack. Tip number 5. If it's in tantrum mode, just run the hell out of it. It will do a 3 wave of attacks. Yeah, just spare it until that wave. Right, so that's pretty much all the tips about the Omega itself. The Nerscylla, well, that's another set of stuff I need to talk about. That annoying spider, it attacks non-stop, and we all know that, right? So in order for you to have an easier time, just go to a little bit more to the edge of the map, lure the Marblos over, make sure at least 1 or 2 Marblos gets the stun onto Nerscylla. And when it does, well, it's a perfect time for the attack, of course. A lot of time the Nerscylla we failed is because that we failed to lure the Marblo over, or the Marblo fails to stun it. If it does stuns it, it basically guarantees the kill. As long as everyone's attacking, of course. Okay, last but not least, let me show you the actual footage of the 4th stage of the Savage Omega. I did not record the entire thing, well, because that took almost like 30 minutes for my second run, second successful run. So this is what happened. The entire run I've cut it once, and that was like due to a very silly mistake. But yeah, enjoy.